Do you see it? Or for Emtee crying?
I saw it.
Yeah.
The royalties, I think.
Clearly, they gave him a 700,000 rand advance. Okay,
No.
so they made those payments. I'm telling you.
No.
I want to hear. I want to hear your thought. I want to hear.
Dog,
Why would they give him a 700?
do you know
advance?
who Denzel Feigelson is?
Yeah, so apparently there's a lot of issues in his marriage because he's married.
Wait, because isn't he crying because they robbed him 700k?
Because
Impossible, bro.
his deal is signed with his signature. To change the banking details, you'd need his signature.
Yeah,
He was using his wife's an account that his wife had access to at that point in time. He hadn't registered Emtee Records as a company at that time.
He's also not allowed to see his kids.
You're alleging that the money is going to his wife.
That's what he's alleging.
saying
I'm
that
alleging
there was a
something
point in
different.
time with the
From one of the previous contracts that he has, I know there's someone good enough to go and get this money if he still owes him.
Who?
Holy fuck.
He's always attacking Ambitious. Ambitious, right? Hold on. Don't say Kari Corner because it's very obvious, right? Ambitious, right? Had a deal with
10 million you want. By 10 million you want.
No, wait, this one
Yeah,
is
but
Let me say it.
Mafisa, do you want to read this one? Because
Read
last
what?
week they said you must read.
No.
Who said I must read what?
The live read.
No.
Again.
Yes, do you want to try?
Again.
Oh, sorry. I was just
No,
saying.
I'm asking.
I'm just saying, no, you don't have
Guys,
to.
I'm still gonna be going on with this school
No,
nonsense.
no, it
but you
was-
guys haven't opened your fucking apps, and we have made more money than you
How have you made more money than me?
in
Okay.
every way,
Okay, that's fine.
form or shape.
It's fine.
We can open apps now.
It's fine. It's fine.
Guys, the
That's my
next
family.
episode, I don't want to hear this English bullshit again. If you don't have more money than me in this show, Tango. Hey, boy, I did my part. When are you guys doing your
It
fucking
wasn't
part?
malicious. It wasn't.
When are you guys doing your part?
It
Yeah,
wasn't
tell your
with a malicious
colleagues then to open the
intent.
apps.
My colleagues, but please open your apps, guys.
We don't do that.
Okay. So, Emtee, went online, he went live, and also what am I saying? Thereafter, his team, I think, released a statement on Instagram, talking about the whole, mentioning the whole situation as to the fact that he signed with Platoon for his distribution in 2020, right? They signed a deal in 2020 to say that they're gonna obviously distribute for him. And
How did they sign a deal in 2020 when I had signed a deal with him at that? And he was still with Ambitious at that point in time.
The statement says that.
Yeah,
So they signed a deal.
What does it say?
On the 30th of September 2020, an agreement was entered in between myself and, I quote, Platoon Ltd, a company that sells, distributes music online, and thereafter pays royalties to the artists whose music they have sold or distributed. A copy of this agreement,
From January
2021
to when?
to February 2023.
To February 2023. They were making...
January 2021.
Yes.
But that's before the album thing.
He says he became aware that between the Jan 2021, Feb 2023, Platoon made the monthly payment of...
It's not monthly payments.
It is monthly.
No,
it's a
no.
curve. It operates like a curve.
No,
yeah,
they
yeah,
don't
no,
make
no,
monthly
no, no,
payments.
yeah,
I know how
that's it.
Platoon works. Do you know how Platoon works? You only know curve. So I'm telling you how it works, okay? So clearly they gave him a 700,000 rand advance, okay?
No.
So they made those payments.
No.
I'm telling you.
No,
I want to hear. I want to hear your thought. I want to hear. Yeah.
Dog,
Why would they give him a 700?
do you know who
advance?
Denzel Feigelson is?
Wait,
Why would they give
Do you
him
know
a
who Denzel
Wait,
Feigelson
Nota,
is?
get
Siri,
we're trying to hear him
What's
out.
it called Denzel Feigelson then?
bruh? If we're going to have a constructive conversation, we need to listen to each other.
I hear that.
Yes, can you please give each
My
other
question
one a
is,
chance?
if it's a loan, if it's an advance, they don't do it monthly. They do it immediately. They give you a
That's why they
700.
gave
Yes,
him
like I won.
payments.
But he's saying he got monthly payments.
No, he's not saying that. He's saying that
Is
the
that not what you
agreement
read,
is that they're supposed to take 20% monthly.
During the course of last week, I became aware
Reading is
that
a
between
skill.
January 2021 to February 2023, Platoon made monthly
Payments.
payments of nearly 700,000 rands to me.
My bad.
Wait.
No.
Mars read it
now
better.
you
So-
understand.
Yes.
Yeah,
Taki
whatever.
read it better.
So it can't be an advance.
It's not an advance.
monthly
Okay, good,
payments. It operates just like the curve.
Yeah.
The music business operates the same way. It's just people like Africore that pay quarterly, right? But other companies
Depends on your contract. You can always...
But Sfiso,
Some people
it's
are
easier.
paid
This
monthly
album was
at
dropped.
February.
This album was dropped in April. But he's
2021.
saying yes. But he's saying they started making payments from he
January.
came away in January. That they started making payments January 2021. So why would they pay him before the album?
It's an advance.
You
That's what I'm
understand?
saying. You understand?
But also,
So the
it's
payment
fine. I
started
understand.
before the
so
album
now,
was dropped.
on the curve, let's say it's a curve. Who has the loggings? Who has the back end? Isn't it the artist, like the owner of the music?
And also, you still need to invoice for the company to pay. They don't just wake up in the morning and.
Well, like
So
somebody
they
you
can
need to go there and
invoice in
collect.
advance.
No. You need to invoice. So who is invoicing? So what he's not saying
Okay.
here is where this money,
If
whose
it was the
account.
monthly payments of royalties, why would it amount to 700,000 rand, like an exact number? 700,000 rand sounds like an advanced number.
They say nearly.
Well, either way.
But Sfiso, I don't
he
understand.
didn't give us a number. If he should have been able to add it up. If he was looking at his statements, he puts it on Excel. It's very simple, and then you can tell the exact amount. He would have known the exact amount if he was actually doing accounting, right? He's checking his stuff, right? So if he's checking his stuff, he should be able to tell us the exact amount to the cent. So therefore, it seems more like an advance when the person speaks about the payment starting 3 months before the album,
Drops.
January to April, 3 months before the album drops, right? That seems like an advance. What also makes it seem like an advance is maybe him misunderstanding his contract, paying monthly or taking 20% monthly. No one takes 20% monthly. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, it's fine. I
They take
understand this.
20% off the top either
Cool.
way.
Yeah, it's fine. But like, how drop an album? Let's say you drop an album today,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So the royalties start kicking in right in there.
3 months after.
But it's just counted somewhere until they now upload it onto your thing.
months.
But now who has the back end? Who has the loggings? It's not Emtee.
It's
That
him.
needs to invoice. Somebody who has invoicing on his behalf.
It's him.
So then you think it's also possible for somebody to go on there and change his banking details?
If someone,
No.
if it's
No, because
impossible, bro.
his deal is signed with his signature. To change the banking details, you need his signature.
Yeah, but
Okay, but we are forgetting one thing here. They said they were making payments, ne?
Yeah.
To whose account? Account
of course, that
whose
can be
account
found
you
out.
don't want to say.
That can be found
so
out.
I'll tell you, he could have found
Maybe
out.
it's his
Yeah?
wife's
He
account,
found out.
because I
He
don't think
knows.
MT
I
Records
don't
had a
even
bank
think it's
account
his
then.
wife.
Yeah.
No,
What do you
listen,
think
I'm
it is?
telling you
What do you
because I
think it is,
signed a
Sfiso?
deal with MT during that time, and he was using his wife's an account that his wife had access to at that point in time. He hadn't registered MT Records as a company at that time.
So,
If it's his wife, why isn't he saying they're paying my wife?
so you are alleging that the money is going to his wife?
That's what he's alleging.
saying
I'm
that
alleging
there was a
something
point in
different.
time where the money was going to his
It was a
wife.
statement.
Yes, that's what I know. There was a point in time where the money was going to his wife, and it's good because she's the one that takes care of the kids.
That's not what I'm alleging.
But
no.
then why would he now release a statement and go cry live?
He's
go
also
live?
crying about his wife kicking him out the house. So everything seems to be about the wife controlling his funds and him using the public and his fans, right, to go and attack a platoon to say, yo, change the banking details.
Yeah, but exactly. It says that upon further investigation, my team and I discovered that the account details that had been uploaded on the Platoon portal were not my account details or those of Emtee Records.
It was his wife's account, right?
So then that means he
Allegedly.
wasn't the
Yeah,
one.
but he has a chance to say whose account.
Yeah, understand.
But
Why
doesn't
isn't
want
he
to.
saying?
But it's an ongoing legal what, so you can't really.
You
No,
can't. Yeah, if you
because
stole
if
from
the
me,
money
I
is
can
going
say
to
it.
his wife, right? People are going to be like, yeah, the money is going to your wife, and you can't be trusted with money. We're glad that the money is going to your wife. He won't get sympathy if he tells people that the money is going to his
I
wife.
have a different theory.
Okay.
But
What's your theory?
From one of the previous contracts that he has, I know there's someone good enough to go and get this money if he still owes him.
Who?
holy fuck.
No, man. No,
And you
man.
can't mess with him.
No.
Even I can't mess with him.
Don't be stupid.
You think so?
Don't
No,
be stupid.
it's a different theory.
No,
Fine.
it's a
Okay,
stupid
fine.
theory.
That's fair. And that's fair. It's a
Let me
theory.
tell you,
It's a theory.
no. He's always attacking ambitious. Ambitious, right? Hold on.
No, nigga, it's fine.
Don't say Kari Corner because it's very obvious, right? Ambitious, right? Had a deal with MT in 2020 when he's saying he signed this deal with Platoon.
Yeah.
Ambitious did not stop the release of Logan. They didn't go to Apple and have a takedown notice. He's released 2 other projects since Logan. He's released DIY 3, you understand, with Empire. He's got a joint venture deal with Empire. If Ambitious didn't stop him doing all those things, alleging that Ambitious was taking his money or doing anything or is any way involved in anything that's happening right now, is just stupid. You understand? It's like bringing them up for the point of bringing them up.
Yeah,
Bring them up
no.
for nothing.
But if you're saying that he was still signed in 2020 to Ambitious,
They could have taken him down.
no, but they could have also still let him do his thing and take the money.
Okay, let me tell you something, right? I cannot discuss certain things, right? But I know very well that Ambitious could have taken down anything,
But
right?
they didn't.
Now, I also know through doing deals with MT how his business was set up, whose accounts were being used, right? At that same time, because I signed a deal with MT around that time as well. I also have 2 albums that he owes me. You understand what I'm saying?
So
And I
don't you
refused to enforce that contract because that contract meant that I have to give him a $40,000 advance for each project that he gives me. I didn't want to put that amount of money within his own account, and he wanted his account to be on the details. That was the one thing, and I only wanted his wife's account to be on the details because I did not want to put that money into his account. You know what I mean?
Okay.
At that time, it was 19 to the dollar. That's like putting 800,000.
Which year was that now?
2021.
It's fine. Sfiso.
I still stick to what I said.
Yeah.
There's a contract he's breaching. He's owing someone there, and he knows very well. And that person, that the way I know that person, I'm thinking he would let you do your thing, bro. He will let you move. He will let you do it because what's the point of if you breaching my contract and you still dropping music and then I stop you from releasing music? I must let you release the music so the man can
Did he
find
stop
the money
you
when
from
I
letting
want it.
CC release how much
You
you
understand
I get what you're saying.
No, bro, I didn't say who. You
Yeah.
the one imposing
I'm
this
just
thing. I'm
asking.
saying me.
Yeah.
If somebody breached my contract and then he just said he had a contract at the same time with, he just said it, right?
And I allowed
so
it.
this is a person that is
And I'm still
capable of
allowing
having
it.
contracts on contracts.
Yeah.
You
He's not
understand?
capable. He
okay.
just gets allowed.
Okay, I
Wait,
get you.
Taki, yeah, you're intrigued about this.
It's very interesting, bro. I don't think of it like that.
That's
Because like,
anyhow
I don't
also.
think if the money went into his wife's account, he'd go on a life and cry.
You understand?
Because that's for me. Him crying
This
on a
is
life means
familiar,
I
kuhlale
should power.
phansi.
Yeah, like
You know,
he can't
he's
do
crying
anything
because he
about
got
it.
kicked out of the house by his wife that he cannot approach.
But he didn't go on live
No,
and
not-
say
he's
He's
that.
got a
though.
protection order. He put that out there. Didn't you read the story?
Yeah, we did,
Does Nota have a personal relationship with Khosi from Ambitionz?
What do you mean?
I'm asking you.
I've done business with him for eons.
Was Emtee fully released from Ambitionz?
No.
He
He was
literally
never
just
released.
said,
He was never
yeah.
released.
So do you understand how Sfiso's theory makes sense?
No, it doesn't make sense because if he was never
Come on,
released
bro.
fully,
I
right?
don't-
Hold on, wait.
listen, okay.
Hear what I'm saying.
What do
Hear
you
what I'm
want?
saying. Okay, hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. I'm saying if he was never released fully, it means at any point in time, Khosi can go to Apple, can go to and say, I've got
Yeah.
a contract here. You understand?
But don't you
remember?
think that-
Khosi
Wait,
fought
wait,
in
wait,
court
wait,
with
wait,
Fifi
wait,
Cooper.
wait, what happened?
He fought in court with Fifi Cooper. You understand? Khosi fought in court with Fifi Cooper.
Bro, it's fine.
Do
We're
you
not going to
understand?
dwell on it. You spoke too
A
much about
Reese
this.
has
I
been
understand.
released
We understand. That's
from
why,
his contract
but that's
as
what
well.
I'm saying. Emtee was never. You said.
Why are we talking about Khosi instead of talking about Emtee?
You just said that. Khosi is the owner of Ambitionz.
You the one that brought
I'm
Khosi.
telling
No,
you
it's
that-
fine. Doesn't matter.
I'm telling you
I
that his
understand
wife's
that.
account was
It's
used to
fine.
receive money
I'm-
before.
it's fine, I
But we're not
understand.
discussing that. There's evidence that his
too loud?
wife's account was used.
It's fine. I understand.
Okay, wait,
I
wait, wait,
understand.
wait, wait.
Why is Khosi being brought into it?
Listen,
Wait.
I understand your stance with
Sharp,
Khosi.
sharp,
What's
sharp.
wrong with his wife
Listen,
taking
it's
the money?
fine.
Wait, Nota, okay.
I understand your stance with Khosi.
Yeah.
And I feel like we all fear Khosi. We understand
I don't
he's a
fear
powerful
Khosi.
man in industry. I respect Khosi.
I don't fear Khosi. I
respect
taught him almost everything he knows about the music
Okay,
business.
That is fine.
okay.
That is
Yes.
fine. But honestly, as we're speaking here, Sfiso's point makes more sense. I don't
doesn't,
think,
man.
I don't think he
Khosi
would
is
go,
my son.
No,
I'm
it's
his pops. He
fine,
would never
bro.
do that.
He's your son?
Yeah, I vouch for him.
Faye. I don't think
Damn.
he would
I
go
vouch for him.
because going on a life and crying and now rolling weed there, that looks like a defeated man.
Obviously.
That's a defeated man.
He can't see his
If
kids,
the
right?
money went into his wife's account, I feel like he wouldn't go on a life and cry.
But-
if it went to someone you know you have no control over, you can't do shit about it, then you would cry. 'Cause
No,
it's like,
okay.
I'm helpless.
Can you
I'm-
control your wife?
Me, I'm one and now.
Can you do shit about it?
Wait. I think
Can
we
you
get-
control your
we
wife?
get your point, but my
Bro,
chat is...
come on.
My chat is...
I wouldn't starve. if you never
Wait,
had money.
bruh, listen.
I wouldn't starve.
No.
Get it from
Come on.
Nota's
Can make- your
point.
wife can make you
Wait,
smile.
Sorry,
wait, guys.
sorry.
Hold on.
Your wife can take half
Hold
of your
on,
billions.
Nota. Please. Can you please just... You understand? Thank you.
You made sense, bro.
When Atakalang, maybe Nota relates to the situation because it's probably been something through like this
Yes.
similar.
I've done business with
Mas,
Emtee.
listen. Let me say. This guy said he had a contract with Emtee.
I do.
When
It's
he
not
already
I didn't have. I
but
still
when,
do.
when he already had another contract.
100%.
Yes,
came
because
here-
I spoke to Khosi and asked for
came here
permission.
with a
With his theory.
perfect theory. That makes sense.
Yes, it makes a lot
It
of
makes
sense.
a lot of sense.
Yes.
So I don't understand why you're not dwindle around this whole thing.
I just want to close it. What happens from here for Emtee? What is it that he can
As long
do?
as his wife is getting the money, I'm fine. He's got 3 kids with that woman. You understand? You can see that he cannot behave. He's a
Quick
danger
one.
to those
Quick
kids.
one.
You understand what I'm saying? He's a danger to his kids. He won't behave. The man refuses to behave.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, cool.
He refuses to behave like a father.
No, honestly,
Okay,
I
cool.
don't think
I'm
that.
sorry.
Cool.
He's supposed to be. He's born in 1992.
Yeah.
Fine,
He's
fine.
30-something, no?
That's cool.
What is he?
Okay, that's fine.
I don't
Mafitoto,
think-
from a business perspective, can this situation be handled going
Resolved,
forward?
yeah.
Yes, like resolved going forward.
Depends where the man went. Now we need the truth of where the money went for us to receive. Because if it went to your wife, I mean, it's a family matter. You guys must solve it,
Yeah.
right? Don't come in the internet and cry. But if now it went to someone you owe, you breach a contract,
You worked with CC, right?
Eish.
No, we're
It's
done.
fine.
We're done.
No,
we're,
hold on.
done. We're done with the
How did
conversation.
you deal with Ambitious? We dealt with Ambitious, didn't you?
No,
If you can do it, Emtee can too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
but thank you for that. That made sense.
Yeah,
bro.
that
straightforward.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
10 mina ngiyi-1 by 10 mina ngiyi-1
No, wait. This one
Ngiyabaslice.